Hey everyone! Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of initial coin offerings, or ICOs for short. This groundbreaking fundraising method has been making waves in the cryptocurrency market and beyond, changing the way startups and investors come together. So, what exactly is an ICO? In simple terms, it's a fundraising event where a company or project issues its own unique cryptocurrency tokens to investors, in exchange for capital. These tokens usually serve a purpose within the project's ecosystem and can appreciate in value if the project succeeds. Why should you care about ICOs? Well, they've become an essential part of the crypto landscape, enabling innovative projects to raise capital from a global audience quickly and efficiently. ICOs have disrupted traditional fundraising models, like IPOs and venture capital funding, and opened up a world of possibilities for both startups and investors. Stay tuned for more insights on the inner workings of ICOs, their pros and cons, and how to navigate this exciting space in the upcoming sections of this video. Don't miss out on this opportunity to deepen your understanding of ICOs and their potential to shape the future of fundraising. First up, how do ICOs work? Well, it all begins when a project or startup creates a detailed white paper outlining their vision, goals, and plans. They then issue their own unique cryptocurrency tokens, which investors can purchase with other cryptocurrencies or fiat money during the ICO event. These tokens typically serve a function within the project's ecosystem and can appreciate in value if the project takes off. Now, let's talk about the key players in the ICO game. We've got project developers, who come up with the innovative ideas and bring them to life. Then there are the investors, who provide capital in exchange for tokens, hoping to see a return on their investment. And finally, we have regulators, who oversee the ICO market and ensure that projects comply with relevant laws and regulations. How do ICOs stack up against traditional fundraising methods like IPOs and VC funding? While IPOs involve selling shares in a company, ICOs involve selling tokens tied to a project. Venture capital funding, on the other hand, typically involves private investors providing capital in exchange for equity or a share of future profits. ICOs, by contrast, democratize fundraising by opening up investment opportunities to a broader, global audience. So, there you have it, a quick overview of ICOs and their inner workings. In the upcoming sections, we'll delve into the advantages, risks, and challenges of ICOs, and discuss how to evaluate and invest in ICO projects. Stay tuned for more exciting insights on this revolutionary fundraising mechanism. In this segment, we're exploring the advantages of ICOs that have made them such a game-changer in the world of fundraising. Let's dive in. First and foremost, ICOs offer incredible global accessibility for both startups and investors. With the power of the internet, anyone with an internet connection can participate in an ICO, regardless of their location. This means startups can tap into a worldwide pool of potential investors, and investors can access exciting projects from all corners of the globe. Next up, ICOs have the edge when it comes to speed. The fundraising process is much quicker compared to traditional methods like IPOs and VC funding. In some cases, startups can raise millions of dollars within just a few hours or days, giving them the capital they need to hit the ground running. Now, let's talk about returns. ICOs have the potential for high returns on investment if you pick the right project. Early investors in successful projects can see their tokens skyrocket in value, leading to massive profits. Of course, there are risks involved, but the potential rewards can be extremely enticing. Lastly, ICOs have democratized funding opportunities like never before. They allow everyday people to invest in startups and projects that interest them, breaking down the barriers that once made investing the exclusive domain of wealthy individuals and institutions. And there you have it, folks, a quick rundown of the main advantages of ICOs that are revolutionizing the fundraising landscape. In the next segment, we'll tackle the risks and challenges associated with ICOs, so stay tuned. Let's get real and discuss the risks and challenges associated with ICOs. They may be an innovative way to raise funds, but it's not all rainbows and unicorns. Stay with me as we dive into the darker side of ICOs. First up, we've got regulatory uncertainty and legal risks. ICOs are a relatively new phenomenon, and regulatory frameworks around the world are still playing catch-up. This means that participating in an ICO could be a legal gray area, and projects or investors might face repercussions if they don't adhere to local regulations. Now, let's talk about scams and fraudulent projects. Unfortunately, the ICO landscape has seen its fair share of bad actors looking to make a quick buck. Some projects might be nothing more than an elaborate scheme designed to part you from your hard-earned money. That's why due diligence is absolutely essential, but more on that in a later segment. Next up, market volatility and potential losses. The cryptocurrency market is known for its wild price swings, and ICO tokens are no exception. While you might dream of striking it rich with the next big project, it's important to remember that you could just as easily lose your investment if the market turns against you. Finally, we've got project failure and lack of investor protection. Even if an ICO project is completely legitimate, there's no guarantee it'll succeed. If the project fails to deliver on its promises or simply doesn't gain traction, you might be left holding tokens that are virtually worthless, and unlike traditional investments, there's often little to no investor protection in place. So there you have it, the darker side of ICOs laid bare. In our next segment, we'll explore how to evaluate ICO projects and protect yourself from these risks, so stay tuned. It's time to sharpen your due diligence skills and make informed decisions when investing in these potentially lucrative opportunities. Let's start with the importance of due diligence. Remember, not all ICOs are created equal. You want to make sure you're putting your hard-earned money into a solid project, and the best way to do that is by doing your homework. So, let's talk about the key factors you should consider. First up, white paper and roadmap analysis. A project's white paper should be your go-to source for information. It should lay out the project's goals, its technical details, and how it plans to achieve them. The roadmap, on the other hand, should outline the project's milestones and timelines. Both should be clear, concise, and professional. Next, let's discuss token utility and economics. How will the token be used within the project's ecosystem? What gives it value? You should also consider the token distribution and the total supply. A well-balanced token economy is essential for long-term success. Now, on to the team and advisors. Who's behind the project? Are they experienced and reputable? A strong team with a proven track record can make all the difference when it comes to executing a project's vision. Moving along, let's talk about market potential and competitive landscape. Does the project address a real problem or need? Is there room for growth in the market? Be sure to also consider the competition. A project that stands out from the crowd is more likely to succeed. Lastly, community engagement and project transparency. A strong, engaged community can be a project's secret weapon. Look for projects that actively communicate with their supporters and are transparent about their progress and setbacks. And there you have it. Keep these factors in mind as you navigate the world of ICO investing. In our next segment, we'll dive into the regulatory landscape and the future of ICOs, so don't miss it. Hey there, crypto fans! Today we're tackling the regulatory landscape and the future of ICOs. It's essential to understand how regulations affect the ICO market, so buckle up, and let's dive right in. First off, let's talk about current regulatory frameworks. Regulations vary greatly across the globe, with some countries embracing ICOs, while others take a more cautious approach. It's crucial to know the rules in your jurisdiction and how they impact your investments. Now, let's discuss the role of regulatory authorities. Organizations like the SEC in the US, the FCA in the UK, and many others work to protect investors and maintain market integrity. These watchdogs keep an eye on ICOs to ensure compliance and crack down on fraudulent activities. But what about the potential impact of future regulations on ICOs? Well, as the market evolves, so will the regulatory landscape. More stringent regulations could potentially reduce scams and fraud, but they might also stifle innovation and limit opportunities for smaller players. In the end, navigating the ever-changing world of ICOs and their regulations can be tricky. But by staying informed and understanding the rules, you can make better informed investment decisions.